Collaborative design firm Figma just unveiled a platform overhaul for the AI era, transforming its workspace into what it calls an intelligent canvas for full-stack digital creation. It allows teams to build animations, integrate AI agents, and write native code all in one place. Delighted to say that joining us is Figma co-founder and CEO Dylan Field. Back on the show. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thanks for having me.
The idea is that you want your audience, which is developers, and also customers, just to be able to do more in one place.
Designers, yeah. Product designers and designers of all types, as well as those they work with.
What's the breakthrough here? What have you done from the technology side that's allowed for that?
Absolutely. So rather than having only vectors and images on the canvas, we've also added in all sorts of other things. For example, now you can have code layers where you're able to actually have a representation of code that's running and interactive on the canvas alongside your design representations. Plus, we've made it so that you can generate with the Figma agent plugins that let your team do reusable workflows, run skills, and we're very excited about the generative effects and shaders that we've added. Shaders let you do advanced graphics work on the canvas. And finally, we unveiled Figma Motion. Figma Motion, I'm really excited about, and our community is honestly just over the moon.
Is it something you were asked for?
Sorry?
Is it something you were asked for by the designers? They basically said, like, we want this, can you build it?
Oh, since we've started, they've asked for that.
What's the impetus for it?
Yeah, so I think that if you zoom out, right now we're in a place where AI is trained on in-distribution data. And the center of the distribution is your average. That's what it's trained on. And when you're prompting and you're getting outputs, it's so often that you're getting this average output. And people can smell that. They are almost, it's just like AI writing. You ever get sort of triggered and a little bit like, oh, is that AI when you're reading something?
I think it's attributable to.
Yes,
because they're not all equal.
Or just if you think something's been AI written in the first place. And the same thing is true for design. I think that as people are trying to stand out with their businesses, be bold, have a point of view, that will be rewarded. And only humans can really raise the ceiling here. They can use AI to be more effective. But humans bring the point of view, and they actually are able to use design as a differentiator to make it so that their product, their software, their business, their brand, their marketing, their advertising stands out, breaks through the noise in this increasingly wild attention economy we find ourselves in, which will only be more flooded by AI.
That's quite big picture stuff. I mean, what I wanted to ask you was the technology underpinning all of this. If you remember back to OpenAI Dev Day 2025, you and I had a conversation and your stock was going up a lot because you got a name check on stage.
Yeah, you told me that.
And you were surprised by that. But in this case, like, let's take the coding layer, for example. Is it something you've built yourself, or you're model agnostic or coding platform agnostic to get to the net results?
We've always taken a modular approach on what models we can use. And so we can swap models in, out, whenever we like, on behalf of the user or at the user's request. And what we do is basically you can take your design and just move it over to a code layer, and it'll automatically convert it. You can then make that interactive. You can also, in the future, imagine a world where you're prototyping or even going to production with code in Figma. And by being part of that token flow, we're very excited about what that can mean for our users and their abilities to really impact the platform. Because as code is commoditizing, what we're seeing is that the value is moving up the stack to design. Designers are the ones that we think in the future will be building all the software.
Tokens equal revenues. As you know, a lot of your users watch the show, and I always try to get their input on what they'd ask you. I have one audience question, and I'm just going to read it to you. Is there any plan to make Figma a platform for brand integration using MCP? And so this person says, for instance, I may use a different application to build my website, etc., but my AI agent needs to access what he calls his ground truth, his own IP, his own branding, logos, artwork, etc.
Not only that, but also we want to do even more when it comes to your digital asset production workflows. So as you're figuring out ways to create systems and workflows to do advertising, to do media generation, one of our bets is Weave. And Figma Weave is a platform that is able to compose models and workflows so that you can still have that human touch, that craft, and really shape the output of the models like clay. And through that, you can get to extraordinary results. You can then run those workflows through an API and pull them into whatever system you like.
Yep.
But we're very excited to be that system of record, not only for the brand assets and design system, but also for these workflows as well.